I am so sorry that this video review is actually late. I know this is like 2.5 months going in now. I apologize. And I also apologize that I can't get this all to fit on camera. But when you're limited in space from where you can actually review these things, you just gotta make do. So here it is, the long-awaited Saban's Power Rangers Dino Charge, produced by Bandai of America. Power Rangers Dino Action Pack. 6 figures in one. So the one thing that you can take a look at right now, obviously, right here on this side, this is a Toys R Us exclusive set, unfortunately, which means if you go to Walmart, Target, Kmart, KB Toys, if they're still around, you're not going to find this, sadly. So, that being said, that's pretty much it for this. I mean, the rest of this is just your obligatory product here. You got the Red Ranger, obviously, the only Ranger on the package right here. It's not a bad picture. It's kind of cool. I like the way he's actually posed on it. Ages 4 and up, Bandai's logo, some warnings of choking hazard, and some other stuff. And, you know, here's a closer up look at the exclusive battle gear, the Dino Spike. You know, big deal. Flip it on the back real quickly so we can have a look at the plain background, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, sure, there's a little bit of information here. This is the Black Ranger, this is Blue Ranger, Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Green Ranger, and this is Villain Fury. Villain Fury. I wonder why they can't just call him Fury. Oh well. So here's a quick look at the story for Power Rangers Dino Charge, in case you don't know what it is. And there's that. Power Rangers Dino Charge logo. And here's the contents from underneath. You know what, I'll just flip this around on the camera so you can see it. There you go. So that's pretty much it. I've got nothing else to say, so there's 4 minutes well spent. I'll take this all out of the package and all the contents, and we'll get to this review. Stay tuned. Pretty much, the male figures are all one and the same. The only difference is the head sculpt and the paint job, okay? That is it. So all I gotta do is really just go through the differences, and then the articulation, I can just pick one figure to just go through that. So, since I was pretty much red is power, let's just go ahead and start off with the Red Ranger, Tyler. Yes, I remember his name. It's been a while since I've watched Dino Charge, but yeah, I remember. So, it's a pretty cool figure for what he is. The head sculpts are actually getting very close to accurate. As a matter of fact, this is probably as close as it can get for the time. I mean, Bandai of America has really stepped up their game. Remember when the head sculpts looked nothing like the actual suits? So, yeah. This is really nice. I really do like it. There's the Tyrannosaurus symbol on his chest piece, which is very nice. Unfortunately, the chest piece is not 100% perfect. It's not fully painted on the back, but at least there's a head start, right? I mean, they did paint the silver, so I ain't got to worry about that. There's that. I mean, it's just that. It's the Red Ranger. It's pretty much the same body mold as Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, and Green Ranger. So, like I said, I'm just going to show off the differences. So, here's Coda, the caveman of the show. From what I've counted, the oldest living Power Ranger now. Right? Right? So, yeah, his Zord, Stegosaurus. Very nice. Hopefully you can see that. I know this review's kind of dark, but you're just going to have to deal with it. So, there's Coda. So, here's Chase, the Black Ranger. His Zord, I can't think of it. Oh, somebody just let me know down below. Okay, still, very nice for what it is. I can't remember it. I had it, and now it just slipped on me. I can't think of it. I am so sorry. So let's bring in Riley. Now, obviously, his is the weirdest looking one. This actually looks more like an alligator, at least to me, but it's not. It's actually a velociraptor, which is cool. A velociraptor. So there's that. And now let's talk about Shelby, the only female Power Ranger at this time. Okay, I know there's a Violet Ranger and another Ranger out there somewhere that's a female, I think. I think maybe there's 2 or 3, something like that, but here she is. pink Triceratops, which could have been purple thanks to Bandai of America, but they made the right decision to go back on that decision, right? I'll just let you know that these horns were not painted by Bandai of America. I actually had to pull this figure out originally and paint them myself. Big deal, but I just wanted to throw that little attention to detail. It's a pretty cool helmet. For a girl, not bad. You can see that her neck's kind of warped, so she's like giving me that look like, say, what? Oh well. Overall, not bad. Weapons kind of big for this figure, but then again, they're always big for a 5-inch figure. For some reason, the weapons are never in scale with the actual figure. And last but not least, we'll take a look at Fury real quickly. So here he is. He's like some kind of lion demon, something. I don't know. It's like the general of Sledge's army. It's pretty cool. He's pretty much painted. I mean, yeah, sure, some details missing, but overall, this isn't bad. This is actually nice for an evil space alien. Yeah, I like it. Even his weapon's awesome. So, unfortunately, the head is just a swivel. It's not a ball joint, unfortunately, because the neck piece and the helmet are actually one single sculpt. Wow. So there's that. This shoulder bit actually has some articulation. It moves, so you can actually get a full rotation out of the shoulder bit here. So yeah, it's actually a ball joint. It goes in and out as well. 90-degree elbow joint. Wrist rotation. No waist rotation, unfortunately. Legs are ball jointed. Up, back, about that far. In and out. Single jointed knee, 90 degrees. And last but not least, rotation at the calves. And that is it. Not bad for a basic figure. Now the Pink Ranger's articulation is pretty much the same as the male figures, but there is one difference, and I will get to it when I get to it. So as you can see, the head and the neck piece are one single sculpt, so there's only a swivel. This piece gets out of the way as well, so you can get full rotation out of this shoulder bit. So it's ball jointed, goes in and out as well. 90-degree elbow joint, as you can see. Wrist rotation, which is nice. No waist rotation still. And the legs, well, this is the difference right here. Due to the fact that she's got a very hard plastic skirt, there's not much you're going to get out of this. That's just wrong, so wrong. But after that, the articulation is pretty much the same. 90 degrees knee joint and rotation at the calves. And that's pretty much it. Fury's articulation really surprised me. When it comes to evil space aliens, you don't think much when it comes to articulation. But yeah, he's got more articulation actually than his counterpart of the wave, which was the Vivix. I am very surprised about this. So his head is pretty much just like the Rangers. It's all one single piece. Like, you know, it's just a swivel, unfortunately. But that's not where the story ends. He's got ball jointed shoulders, just like the Rangers. He's got 90-degree elbow joint. He's got wrist rotation, kinda. It's up here, just like the Rangers. You know, it's not officially down here, but oh well. So, no waist rotation. This piece is very soft. So you can actually get a lot of articulation, a lot of moves out of his legs, which is nice. As you can see, he's got a knee bend. He's got rotation at the lower part of his knee, which is cool. But this is what really surprised me here. Just like the Dino Charge Megazord of the 5-inch scale, he's got ball jointed feet. I repeat. The evil space alien, unlike the Power Rangers, has ball-jointed feet. Which means you can get movement going up, movement going down, you can get it going left and right, and you can get a bit of an ankle pivot. Awesome. Freaking awesome. Alright, so now it's that time to take a look at their weapons they come with. And since they all pretty much come with the same weapons, I will just use the two that I've pulled off. So, here right now is Fury's weapon, which is the only different weapon of this set, unless you count the Dino Spike, but we'll get to it when we get to it. This is very nicely detailed. It is a very nice sword. It's got so many blades on it, which is kind of cool. So I'm not complaining about that. It's got a very nice symbol here. Kind of reminds me of something from Ninja Storm. Kinda, sorta. You get it? I don't. But, you know, it's a nice color. It's molded in gold. Very flexible for what it is. But, you know, that's a safety precaution. And it's kind of pointy, actually, at the top. So, Bandai of America, yeah, you neglected to mention this. Yeah, still, somebody gonna get hurt with that. It's very sharp at the top. Be careful. But it could be just mine. Your results may vary. Still, nice weapon. Could use a little paint, but, you know, it's a basic figure. What are you gonna do? So, there's that. Here's the Ranger's weapons. Well, first one, which is none other than the Dino Saber, which, believe it or not, this was the name that I guessed upon the weapon of what it was going to be called when I did the review of the SH Figuarts Kyuger Red Ranger. So, for the sake of keeping this review going without stuttering, I'm going to call this the Dino Blade, because that's what it reminds me of. It's a sword, right? So, yeah, Dino Blade. Very nicely painted. Tamashi Nation spares to no expense. And this was the name. I said Dino Saber. And guess what? It's called the Dino Saber. that is awesome. I mean, that was a great guess. I never saw that coming. But anyway, this sword is very, very nicely detailed. All the weapons are nicely detailed. I don't know why I keep saying that, but they are. They just could use a little paint job, but, you know, it's not a big deal. It's a basic figure. What are you going to do? It's very cool. It's got that lime green color that Combiner Wars Devastator is using, which is nice. It's not accurate. I mean, the weapon should be yellow instead, but oh well. Still, but yeah, this is their Dino Charger, which is actually their blaster slash morpher of the series. And it's also in that Devastator color. And I don't know how well this is actually coming out. I'm hoping that this is focusing pretty well. As you can see, this very nice sculpt of the T-Rex head with the two blasters pointing out at the front. There's actually some storage for the weapon. Unlike the Dino Saber, there's a peg right here, and there's a hole on the Ranger's side. It pegs in like so. I miss holsters. I really do. Finally, we come to the ploy of this set, the main attraction. The sole purpose for releasing this and the way that it's become a money grab to many Power Ranger collectors out there. All because of the Dino Spike. Now, like I said earlier, this is an exclusive piece to this set. You cannot get this separately. It did not come with the single carded figures. The only way to get it is with this six-pack, which is very nicely painted on the front. Unfortunately, on the back, it's not painted. But to Bandai's credit, they did actually leave the outline in the back. Very nicely detailed. So at least you got something to go by if you decide to paint it. Me, on the other hand, I don't see no reason to really paint it. It is pretty cool for what it is. But my real complaint about it is that it's actually small. It's not a big weapon. I mean, the handle's too long and the blade is too short. I think it should be the opposite way. I think that the blade should be longer and the handle should be short. But at least the Rangers can actually hold the weapon, all of them. But since I got the Red Ranger in hand already, I'll just show him off. And it does look kind of cool, but like I said, it's just kind of small. I think the SH Figuarts one is bigger. And yeah, it does have some heft to it, unfortunately, so the Red Ranger's having some trouble holding it, but there you go, the Dino Spike. Alright folks, and that's pretty much going to wrap up this review. Overall, the set is worth it. If you don't have these figures or Fury, this is a nice way to obtain them. The set's not going to be out there much longer. As a matter of fact, Dino Charge is getting ready to become Dino Supercharge very shortly. I cannot wait. We're going to have plenty of other Rangers to go after, plenty of other battle gear and accessories and other Megazords to go after, which is nice. So if you really need this set, if you need to complete your team or get Fury or, you know, even the Dino Spike, this is your perfect opportunity. I know Toys R Us is still selling this on their site for the exact same price that I got mine for, which is pretty much the same amount that you'd be paying for all 6 of these figures in the single carded packages. Nothing is different. The accessories are the same, the paint job is the same, the articulation's the same. The only difference is, and the only thing that really gets to the people to make them want to shoplift is the Dino Spike. And the reason why is because I've seen a lot of Twitter posts of people going to Toys R Us and spotting this set with the package ripped wide open with the Dino Spike missing. So there are a lot of thieves out there, and let me tell you right now, that is not something to be proud of. It's something you will live for the rest of your life in regret of. So take my advice. I've been there before. Don't do it, alright? You will never get over it. It just haunts you for the rest of your days, and there is no way you can take it back. There's just absolutely no way. So take my advice. Do not steal, okay? Stealing is wrong. Don't do it. Don't. If you really need the Dino Spike, might I recommend that you buy the set, keep the Dino Spike, and sell off the Ranger figures, okay? Just take my advice. I got nothing else to say. That is it. That's going to do it for this video review. Questions or comments, you know what to do. Just leave them down below. And this is Sonic Ranger saying I'm signing out. Thanks very much for watching. And I will see you whenever you see me.